You will then get into your seat once she asks you for that information. You would then tell her, my seatbelt has no frays, no cuts. It is secured to the wall with nuts and bolts. It extends out and locks here to the buckle, and as well as secured down here to the floor with nuts and bolts. I'm going to now secure my bus, placing the air into the door. At this time, I'm doing a safe start. That's going to consist of me ensuring that my bus is in neutral and my park brake is pulled. At this time, I'm now doing a governor buildup. I'm inserting my keys. All of my lights, I notice my water, oil, transmission, and as well as my ABS light. They all came on and off. And my gauges just recalibrated. Okay. At turning the bus completely on. Waiting for an engine protect light to come on, then back off. I'm going to now high idle the bus, and that gets my RPMs up to 1,000 to 1,200. At this time, my governor buildup should build my air pressure up to 120 to 140 RPMs. I'm sorry, PSIs. 120 to 140 PSIs. You should have you should hear a sneeze to let me know that my air pressure has built up to the proper setting. You're gonna stand, and it just did. You're gonna remove the high idle. At this time, I'm now going to perform an air brake test. My air brake test consists of me turning my bus completely off, turning my key again over to auxiliary or to the right. My light indicators came on. My gauges will recalibrate. Okay. And I'm going to now remove all condensation from my park brake. Okay. At this time, I'm now going to press and hold my service brake for 1 minute. I am listening, I'm watching and listening for a loss of 3 PSIs. I just started at 46. All you're doing is just basically holding the brake down for that 1 minute, okay? Okay, it's been a minute. I did not hear nor see a loss of 3 PSIs. This bus is moving. Okay, I did not hear nor see a loss of 3 PSIs. I'm a fan of service brake at 60 PSIs. A warning light and alarm should sound. Some buses, both lights will come on, okay? All right. I'm sorry. I'm going to continue to fan my service brake between 20 to 40 PSIs. My park brake should reset itself. Next time we're going to, I don't have the charts. Because this is not level pane. I didn't realize that. And it just reset. I'm going to turn my bus on to do another governor build up. At this time, I'm going to now perform a park brake test that consists of me placing my gear into drive. I'm going to accelerate up to 1500 RPMs. My bus might have a slight tug, but it should not move. Alrighty. Now at this time, I'm going to do a service brake test. I'm going to drive 5 miles an hour. Secure yourself, please. 5 miles per hour, and I should not, I'm going to firmly depress my park brake, but I should not move from left to right. Alright, so now at this time we're going to do my light indicators. I have my hazards, they're working here. My left turn signal, my right turn signal. I'm going to turn on my headlights so we can notice my brights. Works right here. Alright. My ambers. My red. My stop sign extends and my lights are working on the outside. My door open and my stairwell light works, as well as my exterior light on the outside of the door. I'm going to lubricate the window shield so you can notice if my windshield wipers are working on low, medium, low and high, and they're wiping clean. Okay. This is my interior light. I turn it on and all 6 of my interior lights are working throughout the bus. Okay. This is my strobe light. My light indicator comes on to indicate that it does work. And I'm going to leave it on so you would ask you to check it in the rear. This is my traffic monitoring devices, which is going to be my convex mirror. I'm going to move it. Show you that it do adjust. My flat. My convex is at the bottom. And adjust. Same process over here to my passengers. I'm going to move it over to my flat convex. You can keep it here so that way you can know. So it's going to be solid to solid, okay? Turn it over here and it should be my flat, okay? Here is going to be my mirror defrost. My light indicator do come on, okay? I'm going to turn on my fan just to show you that my light indicator do work here on my noise cancellation. The light indicator come on and it do shuts off my panel. Okay, this is my defrost. It works on low, medium, and high. Same process down here. The heater works on low, medium, and high. Because I have a mic, I'm going to pick it up and tell you that it does work. Okay. Now at this time, I'm going to work on my emergency equipment, but while I'm sitting here, let me get back in my seat down. Let me get back in the seat. Before you unbuckle. As we sit here inside of my seat, both of my crossover mirrors are secure. They both are not cracked or broken. They're not, the bracket itself is not bent or broken, and I will just demonstrate that for you once we get outside. Right outside here is a circuit breaker box. The circuit breaker box is we don't, unfortunately, our district do not give us fuses, but it does work on breakers. Okay. All right, now I'm coming out of my seat. Oh. Okay. You can see. All right. Stepping right here, I'm going to now show you that my fire extinguisher, it has no dents, no leaks. The hose is free from any cuts or leaks. The pin is present and it is secure. It is in the green to indicate that it's full, and my date, it is up to date. These are my 3 reflectors. All 3 are present and none of them are broken, cracked or broken. My stairwell, it's no obstructions, it means no trip hazards. My stairwell light is not cracked or broken, clean and clear. My handrails are free from any bends or breaks. and they are secure as well. Right here, these are my body fluids and my first aid. The pin is present to indicate they are full. They are perfectly secure. Well, they secure, not perfect.
Yeah.
All of my camera systems above my head as of now is secure. My student mirror, it does adjust. It's not bent, broken, securements of nuts and bolts, clean and clear. It's not cracked or broken. Right here are my windshield wiper blades. As I showed you earlier, they do wipe clean, but they are secure to the window and they're not excessively worn. The windshield itself is inside a rubber seal. Both of them is clean and clear. There's no obstruction. There's no illegal stickers. The only sticker we do have, which is an up-to-date registration. With 10 pounds of pressure, I can be able to push this window out. Okay? At this time, I'm not going to start on my passenger pre-trip, but I will put the air back into the door. So that way the bus is secure. You're going to start with the passenger is checking the top, your seat cushion, as well as your frame. Top, seat cushion, frame. Top, seat cushion, and frame. I have 4 emergency windows. I will demonstrate this one to indicate that it does, you do hear an alarm. They will be clearly labeled. Pulling the level up, and the level right with this cord right here indicates that it gives you details on how it should be done. Well, you just lift your level and opens and closes freely and locks. And I did hear an audible alarm. I have 2 emergency hatch. One here and the other one I will point out down at the bottom, back. Both of them. You just push them up for ventilation using the red knob for exit. It should then push open, an audible alarm, and it should open and close freely. Oh, and bring it back down for securements. These are my other 2 emergency windows. They are both clearly labeled. There is a label down here at the bottom that will tell you details on how to open it. You would, of course, bring that level up, push it out, hear an alarm, and it should work. I mean, you should hear an alarm, and it should open, close freely. This is my second emergency hatch. I will push it up for ventilation, turning the red knob to exit, pushing the red knob. It should open and close freely, and we should hear an audible alarm. Thank you. This is my emergency exit. It is clearly labeled. Of course, pulling up the level will show that you will hear an audible alarm, and it should open and close freely, and of course, I'm going to lock it. I'm going to touch that other camera when we get back down there. This is my emergency door, my emergency door. It is clearly labeled. The windshield that is inside of my emergency doors and the sides over here are not cracked, broken, clean and clear. The rubber seal is not excessively worn, and with 10 pounds of pressure it should be able to come out. I'm going to open the door to show you that the alarm does work. And now it moves smoothly. As I came down, I noticed no trip hazards. Always remember, whenever you're inside the seat, you will put your seatbelt on, okay? Alright. Alright, so now at this time, I'm going to ask you to step on the outside to my left side of my door to hear my, so that way I'm able to tell you my lights on the outside. I'm going to turn the bus completely off at this time, so that way you're able to hear me on the outside, but I am going to turn my key to auxiliary. Actually, you can do this process before you go out the door. So yeah, I'm so used to doing it that way. But anyway, I open the door, I shut the door to let her get out, and she comes over to stand on the side over here. Remember, when we doing the whole we'll figure that later. All right, you're gonna start from the top because your headlights are on. That's what turns on your clearance lights. You would then tell her your clearance lights. She will give you a thumbs up. Amber, thumbs up. Red, thumbs up. Hazards, thumbs up. Left turn signal, thumbs up. Right turn signal, thumbs up. High beam, thumbs up. So she would then walk to the window. Ma'am, could you please go to the rear of the bus and check my lights in the rear? But also, can you first start out with the strobe light and give me a thumbs up to let me know if it's working? She walks back there. She gets back in place. She gives you a thumbs up. You will start strobe light. She will give you a thumbs up. You would then turn off your strobe light.
Which one?
Strobe light right here. Turn it off, okay? Clearance. Okay. Amber. Red. Hazards. Left turn signal. Right turn signal. Not touching nothing. Tail lights. Apply your brakes. Brake lights. Reverse. Not putting that bus in reverse, okay?
Okay.
Marker lights. She would then walk over to the bus. At this time, you're releasing the air out of the bus. You're coming out of your seats, making sure everything is cut off, removing your key, and we're going on the outside. You will now start on your outside pre-trip. First off, I'm going to unlock the door to the hood. Okay. I'm going to start with your approach. My approach consists of replacing, these are my 3 amber clearance lights. They're not cracked or broken. They're secured to the bus. I have 4 student loading lights. 2 ambers on the inside, 2 reds on the outside. They're not cracked or broken, clean and clear. I'm sorry, not clean and clear. They're proper color, which is red. These are my windshield wipers. They are not bent, broken, and they are secure. Again, as you can see, my windshield has no obstructions. And like I told you earlier, it only takes 10 pounds of pressure. And the sticker is legal and up to date. These are my turn signals as hazard lights. They're not cracked or broken, proper color, which is amber. My crossover mirror brackets, they are secure. The mirrors themselves are not cracked or broken, and they're all secure. And they're not cracked or broken. These are my headlights / high beams. There's no crack, broken, and they are secure, and they are clean and clear. As I step back, I notice no leakage. No loose wires. The bus, as I step over to the side, I notice my bus is not leaning from left to right to indicate a broken leaf spring or a all right, we're going under the hood. We're going to start on the opposite side. Alright, this is my coolant reservoir. It is no dents, no leaks. The hose are free from any cuts or leaking. The clamps are in place in all spaces. In order to check the measurement, because of the fact that the cap is hot and pressurized, we're going to check here in the sight glass. The sight glass tells you the measurements of the fluids inside of the coolant reservoir. And it is secure here with nuts and bolts. There's no dents, no leaks. This is my windshield wiper fluid reservoir. no cracks, no leakage. The cap is in place and it is secure here with nuts and bolts as well. Right here, the hoses, as you can see, these are wire hose, so there's no cuts in them and they are secure. This here hose, which has the fluid in it, it has no cuts or leakage. Okay. All right, we're gonna now go into the suspension part of this. This is my spring mount, spring hanger, which is not bent, broken, secured here with nuts and bolts. This is my leaf spring. My leaf spring is not shifted, not broken, and it is secure. Of course, you can see the securements here. This is my shock absorber. The shock absorber, no dents, no leaks, secured here with nuts and bolts. Going on the braking system, we're going to work on our braking system now. We're going to first start with the hoses. This hose here, the larger hose, which is not frayed or leaking, it is secured with a coupling. The ABS line, which is found on the inside of this protection, is not cut or and it is secure as well. Going on the inside of the tire. No, let me get in. Okay. Oh, I just slipped. All right. Oh, I slipped again. Go with my hand. This on the outer one is my brake drum. It's no bends, no brakes, and it is secure. On the inside of my brake drum, it's a lining and it's not excessively worn. As I feel or touch it, I notice no contaminants as in oil and grease. Coming on the outside, we're going to talk about our tires. Be careful. My tire, as I rake across, it is evenly worn. Using a thread depth gauge, I would show you that the gauge for the tire should be the depth should be 432 in the front, 432 in the front, 232 in the back. I get that mixed up, so okay. You'll get it right.
432 in the front and 232 in the back.
I think it's 432 in the front, back, and then front. I get that mixed up. I screw that up every time. But anywho, this is my sidewall. My sidewall has no abrasions, bubbles, and cuts, and it is secure. Okay. My rim, which is secured to my sidewall, to my tire, it is no illegal welds, holes, or drills. All of my lug nuts are secure. They are here. And around the threading is no dust trails or shining to indicate a loose lug nut. This is my hubcap. My hubcap is secure. The lug nuts are present. And as I told you, they are secure. But in between the rim and the hubcap is a seal. My seal has no contaminants as in oil or grease, which is right in the back here. Okay. This is my valve stem. My valve stem is straight and it is capped. In order to check the measurement, I would use an air gauge, and it should measure between 95 to 105 depending on the weather. Okay. Next, we're going to start up here on the top. You do not have to follow me. I have 3 clearance lights, 2 ambers, one red. They're not cracked, broken, secured to the bus. This is my mirror bracket. My mirror bracket is not bent or broken. Securements of nuts and bolts. As I told you earlier, my flat and my convex, no cracks, breaks, and clean and clear, and I'm able to see out of both of them. These are my hinges on my door. I don't think I showed you earlier when that my door itself opens and it closes freely. The window is no cracks or breaks. The weather stripping is not excessively worn. Okay. This here is my turn signal / hazard light, which is not cracked or broken, proper color, which are amber. This is my exterior light. It is clean, clear, securements here. I have 3 reflectors, 2 ambers, one red. They're not cracked or broken and they are secure. This is my frame. My frame has no illegal welds, holes, or drills, and it is secure. Okay. Right back here is an airbag. My airbag has no cuts, frays, bends, dents, nor leaking, and it is secure with nuts and bolts. My fuel cap. The rubber seal is not excessively worn around the nozzle itself. It's no leaks, and it close it. These are my 3 red clearance lights. They're not cracked, broken, and they are secure. My student loading lights. 2 ambers on the inside, 2 reds on the outside. They're not cracked, broken, and they are secure. My emergency door is clearly labeled on the outside. Reflective tape is protected, illuminating it. My hinges are all present and are secure. My door itself opens from the outside. These are my turn signal / hazard lights. They're not cracked or broken, and they are secure. These are my tail lights, brake lights. They're not cracked or broken, and they are secure. These are my reverse. They're clean and clear, and they are secure as well, and they're not cracked or broken. My marker lights, they're not cracked or broken, and they are clean and clear and working. These are my reflectors. My reflectors are not cracked or broken, and they are secure. As we went over all of my lenses, I just want to make sure that you understand that they all are proper color. They're not cracked or broken, and they are secure. Okay, we're gonna go back here, right up under here. On the inside of this cage is a tank, and it's not dented nor leaking. Outside is a cage which protects the tank from any dents or leaks, and they're secure with nuts and bolts. Now we're going with things that are unique. This is a storage compartment, an empty storage compartment. There's nothing on the inside. The door itself locks, and it is secure. This is my battery compartment. The tray itself is secure. The batteries, no dents or leaks, and I do find caps, so my caps are in place, and there are caps on the nozzles, and there's no dents. No corrosions of grease, no corrosions of oil and grease. No corrosion. All right, this is my stop sign. My stop sign or stop arm, whichever way you want to call it. The lenses are not cracked or broken. Proper color, which are red. The pin is present, and it is securing it. The bellow is not cut nor leaking, and it is secure. Like I told you earlier, this is where you found my circuit breaker box. My circuit breaker box, of course, is locked because our district do not give us fuses. This is my mirror, which is the mirror bracket. Is not bent or broken, and it is secure. The mirror from the flat and convex are not cracked or broken, clean and clear. Casing in the back is free from any cracks or breaks, and it's secure. This is my window, my driver's side window. It opens and closes freely. It's not cracked or broken. I have 3 dipsticks. This is my steering dipstick, power steering dipstick. This is my oil dipstick. Down here, oil, and my transmission dipstick. All of which it would tell the measurements by pulling them out, wiping them off, reinsert, bring them back out again. I would then show you that they are between the range of I got stuck when I saw the camera. Head or field. But our transmission, the bus has to be on and idle in order to check it, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go with my steering components on this side, which is the steering box itself. No dents, no leaks, securements of nuts and bolts. The hoses are free from any cuts or leaks. The couplings are in place as well as the clamping. As I go over my steering components, I notice all of their securements of nuts, bolts, castle nuts, and nuts, cotter pins. And we're done at that point.